morning. I hope everyone had a very lovely night. Um, anyway, let's continue from where we ended and see what the market has done for us. Um, so as we can see, where we are right now is at least a safe space, just currently though. Firstly, this is USD card. If you remember, we wanted to buy this. But given that price comes back at this level, and if you see the daily time frame close with the bearish close, so today is when we can hope for, we can wait and see if price will test our level. And if not, then we'll still be waiting. So the 4 hour time frame, this is what it has done. Mm, Price really just pushed and you can see that price really didn't move, and it came back to the point where almost even came back to a point where it left, which was around here. You see, so this is where price came back to fill the wick. That's why you see price dropping back to this point, because this is where price opened with a massive drop yesterday. You see, so then price uh went back and refilled this week, and you can see we are still at the same level. So this is why I was saying today will be our Monday open, not yesterday. Because price will be renewing its push and its move. So now we can see its real intent today. Mm. And by the way, this is our last week. If price fails to do anything, then we'll be we'll be seeing how the monthly will close. Mm, but with this kind of monthly close, this is a sign that next month price will continue buying, because the monthly is still bullish, by the way, you can see, and price is closing bullish. So this can mean that price still wants to buy. Mm. Yeah, so it will be a very nice monthly close for this pair. What we have next is NZD-USD. You can see I'm looking for sales. Yeah, I'm looking for sales, and you can see how the monthly will close. This is also a very nice confirmation, because not only is price reacting at my OG level, but it will close with a pin bar. So this is a very great confirmation that price really indeed is willing to sell even up to this monthly level. Uh, then we have the weekly. The weekly is right around this zone, and you can see we still haven't had what we needed. And this is a very nice reaction. Who knows, we can have the weekly closing below this level. Mm. Uh, then the daily time frame, you can see it has also retained back to where price was supposed to be, because this is where it was supposed to be at. And what would be nice if this, like I was telling you, once the daily just closes with this lower level here, this kind of break, will be very much fine in this trade, because now we'll make a new lower low, and our lower high will be this level here, confirming our head and shoulder pattern, you see. So, we'll wait for this break of the daily time frame, and then we can simply just wait for price to close, and we can sell. But this is the push we're having right now. I'd like to see such. Mm. So right now the only thing is just waiting for this break, and I don't really care uh on what the flower will be doing right now. Uh, yeah, because you can see we have this nice strong head and shoulder pattern. We have this break, and what I now need is price to just break below. Then I'll see what will be happening here. And you know what's crazy is price can break below and form another structure point here before it actually sells. Why do I say this? Especially that this is the last week. So if we close, we have a new monthly opening candle on Monday. So you expect a week pullback for price even continue selling or go in the direction it's intended to go. Uh, but this is fine. So this case, we'll just wait for price to make a new lower low, uh, a break in the daily time frame, and what else? A new lower low by breaking below this level here. So once price breaks below this level, then we'll see the structure that will be on the left side. Okay, if there will be something like this, then get the break. We'll simply wait for the retest and then sell. But first step is really just waiting for the daily to close below. Then we can pick it from there and see how price is willing to sell. But I like this structure. I'm sure in the lower time frames there is really something interesting to sell from. Mm, the or buy from if you intending to buy. But just try to look at this trade, and especially if this daily just breaks below here, this will be a very clean trade. And this might be my next trade if Euro card or AD card doesn't give us. Yeah, so just waiting for price to respect. And I don't really expect price to reach my take profit maybe next week, unless if something happens. Because this needs at least 3 to 4 candlestick closes, and this is something for next week, next month. So we're just patient right now. We're not really rushing anything. The goodness is we know the direction, and once the daily just breaks this level and closes with the bearish close and the bearish strong engulfing, we are live. And once we are live, we'll wait for, well, we'll just wait for a 4 hour structure. Okay, because remember, I told you it's harder to sell when everything is bearish and you're waiting just for a break. And in a case where it's not making sense, unless if price keeps on making this kind of structure, yeah, this becomes easier to sell, because even if you flip, it's also easier to buy, you see. So I expect something like this in the forward time frame, then we can sell. But I like the trade so far. mm, it's making sense. Let's see what else we have. We have, wow, just this is what I told you. This is the exact thing I told you yesterday, that if price is going to retest this level, NZD card will go bearish. And when it goes bearish, meaning the forward time frame, we have a new lower high, which is this point here. You see? And I told you there is no point of me buying at this level here because this was the 4 hour previous lower high. And you can see price didn't even respect the level. So since now price is at this level, the only buy I have is when price buys breaks and retest this level here, the 4 hour time frame. And if this is already, this will take a daily time, a daily close, bullish, something like this. Okay. And this is the exact thing I was telling you. If price can give us a retest in this form, it wouldn't even make sense for us to be buying the next day. Like, let's say if Tuesday closes with this kind of trade. I remember showing you this analysis. How am I supposed to buy? No, because this is a strong bearish close and price can continue selling. So meaning and you can see this is where my 4 hour shift will be. So I need what? I need the 4 hour time frame to give me another lower low. You see? So when price gives me another 4 hour lower low, what does this mean? That this daily time frame might maybe give us a form of rejection there, and because the 4 hours to retest at this point, then even sell lower, okay, or even sell again a bit lower. It can really do anything, but once it does this, this is fine. This is what I need. This is what I need to see, so that when I get this, my mind is now already set that once the 4 hour just breaks above this level, once the 4 hour breaks above and retests and gives me that entry break, trust me, the daily will have a bullish confirmation candle showing us that we are holding this level right here. You see, because this will be followed by a very strong bearish close. Then we can have a bullish close showing us that we are holding maybe Wednesday or Thursday. And and then we can hold that buy because now the only way we can buy is when price is here. And so it only makes sense for price to drop even further here because I want to buy at my OG level, and that's not my OG level. So this means I expect price to keep on selling right now. So you see why I keep on telling you the reason why I use all scenarios, and I open your minds to outcomes. It's because I know. So you've seen how we've reacted differently from this drop. We've not panicked. Why? Because we expected something like this. You know, it's same even in life, in everything you're doing. If you expect to win and also expect to lose, everything becomes a smooth ride because nothing will make you stop going towards your goal because you expect any outcome. You see, same with this, we expected this outcome of price retesting with a maybe small bearish close or three candles or a strong bearish push. And you've seen that's the one we're having. Mm, so we'll see how the daily will close today. If at all it will even break below the OG level, or it won't break below and we'll hold that zone. So we'll just see. But it's now even easier to adapt. So you've seen we've already even made the solution. Why? Because we already planned for this kind of drop. Mm. So the next thing we have is Eurocard. And right now you can see Eurocard is on its way to retest its OJ level. Same the weekly time frame. We might get that week pullback. So even this one, today we might have that retest in the daily time frame. And on the 4 hour time frame as well, we might have that retest around this level. around this level here, and we can buy. Mm, this one is a bit. This one is being clean and clear. All you need is just that strong retest and a buy. Really. And again, the retest will determine on how I'll buy the pair. If it will be a very aggressive retest, we have to wait for the daily to show us its holding. Okay. Let's say if just today we get a retest that comes back at this level like that. This is a very strong daily push, and I can't really buy the next day. I would wait for that day to show me that it's holding price at this level. Then I would buy the other day. But if we get conservative bearish closes like this, yeah, we can definitely buy. So I've opened your mind to that as well. And again, price cannot even retest and continue going up. That's still fine. It just means that we're no longer interested in this pair for this week. Um, and then the the weekly time frame also might have this week pullback. That's why I'm confident in this trade because the weekly time frame had no week when open, and you can see most of the weekly candlesticks they always have that week pullback before they go in any direction. Rarely do you see something like this, rarely. And I remember this was because of the US-Iran war. I remember this day. I was planning to sell when price broke this daily level here. The price opened with a strong break and missed out. But most of the time, these pairs will always have a weak pullback. So that's why you're seeing me saying that I expect price to retest because this candle opened with no pullback. So there is a possibility price might drop down and then price might buy. Mm, yeah. And this is what we need. And AED card, the same thing also. We are waiting for our nice clear retest here. It's almost, I think all these are just going the same direction except one, NZD-USD. We are all looking for buys in all of them. So we are we are also waiting for price to come back here. Once price is back at that level, we'll get that engulfing at this point and then buy. This is very clean as well. Only if we'd never had this kind of open, you would have seen how nice, how smoothly these trades would have run. All of them, they would have gone the same direction at once. But you can't control the market to always do what it wants. You just adapt with it. So then I think that's it. We're just in the waiting zone. But NZD-USD looks promising. NZD card also looks promising. These are at least near our levels of execution. Uh, but these are, we need to wait a bit. Um, let's look at the other trades. So this is USD CHF, and you can see the type of close we had yesterday, and you can see that I'm telling you, I need the daily to show me it's holding. But how will it show me it's holding? It should close around this level. But not only that, if you see the forward time frame, it's bearish, and the only way I can buy is when we are above this level. So since now we've been pushed further up, I expect the daily time frame to make a new lower low and then come and shift it, then we can buy. This even means that I have to wait longer on the daily time frame for that to happen. You see? So just like that, you'll be able to tell if you get a trade today or possibly tomorrow. So just like that, I've shown you that today there's nothing I can do in this pair unless if this happens in two or three candlesticks. But just to let you know now, we only have we only have 3 4 candlesticks that to identify the serious move. Just three. The one at 5, the one at 9, the one at 1. Yeah, just three. So now look at the higher level. What are the odds that you get those three to break below and those three to break above? Slim, right? So this tells you this trade is not ready today. Mm, even if you are the strong bullish break, you still need more candles to break and retest this level. Need at least 4 or 5. Uh, and AUD NZD, the goal is buying, but remember, I wanted to buy at our OG level right here, and price is just reacting around this level. It was supposed to sell so that we can have a new daily lower low so it can shift it, but price is still uh delaying, so still giving us the same goal stands. I just need a break and the retest. Yeah, from here, what I want is price to give me maybe something like this, and then you can buy. If I don't get this, I don't see myself buying this week. Maybe next month. And you can see the weekly time frame. This is the only reasonable way it can react to this pair. And it will drop. Why? Because the weekly open never had any weak pullback. So there's a high chance we need to see that weak pullback before price decides to buy. So that shows that we can get that rejection and that retest we need. So still waiting. USD JPY. Uh, USD JPY. Price Price has made a new high on the daily time frame, and it didn't shift. So still it stands. We need price to come back here. So there's no trade in this pair. GBP card, price almost even went bullish. Mm, and there's still no trade here. So since we are still bearish on the daily time frame, my interest is still for price to break around below this level and retest, and then I'll sell. I think we should remove this. I think we should remove this trade from, we should remove this trade from, we should remove this trade from next week because of the way price has moved. What did that? Something just dropped, but how did it drop? So the which one can be ready next week? And you see what the market does sometimes. The ones you think is not even clean, it's the one that might even play out. And you can see how it's played out smoothly and fast. And for some reason, I don't catch trades in this pair because it never just gives me my entry. It always leaves me because even though if we would have chosen this pair, I still wouldn't have entered because I was waiting for price to retest back here. And that didn't happen. Euro CHF. No, we can't push this one to next week. Euro GBP. Yeah, maybe we can push this to next week. And uh, I think remove this one. GPAUD, USD, no. Euro USD, no. AUD, JPY, no. So we can find ourselves just trading these pairs maybe for the next 2 or 3 weeks, just waiting for this pair to give us a direction. And that doesn't mean that we are wrong. And doesn't mean that it will to disturb our analysis. No, they are not going anywhere. Just want them to give us a direction. So this is AUD ZAR USD. You can see I also needed to go bearish by making a new lower low, and price is kind of now trying to give us that push. And once we get that, we can now buy. Bitcoin, I'm still waiting for the retest at that level. US 30. Also, I'm waiting for that retest to see if price can buy. And NAS 100 still also waiting for a retest at this level, but though I would want at that level there. But this price is bullish. Nasdaq is very bullish, and I'm sure people are buying this, but it's not my area for now. That's why I stick to just these 16 friends, and these 16 friends will give me all I need in the world. Okay, so that's it for now. I'll see you the next video at 5 a.m. this time zone and 12 p.m. where I am. So come back, guys. So uh, this is New York 5 a.m. open. Um, the next 3 hours and the next 3 hours, 3 hours 59 minutes, we'll have our New York open. Okay. So let's just go through our pairs and see what price uh dent is. Okay, so this is NZD USD, and as you can see, the whole goal is wanting one price to break below and make a new lower low on the 4 hour time frame. Then we sell. We haven't gotten anything like that. Didn't get anything like that. So price is still at the same level, and we just keep on waiting. Yeah, for now, just keep on waiting. Like I told you, today is like the Monday of this week, so things will be a bit slow still. Maybe until Wednesday, Thursday. NZD card, you see what I was telling you? This price will sell massively, and there was even a chance that price can even break below. But this is still fine. Yeah, this is very fine. Yeah, this is what I like to see. Maybe let me put this one on top. So now, since we have this lower low, remember price shifted from this level here. We went bearish from this level here. And what our OG level. See, just the exact thing I told you will happen is what you are seeing on my screen. So now since we have this, the next thing we'll do is focus on the 4 hour time frame, because the 4 hour time frame will then build our daily structure, right? So in this case, you can see that uh this is our higher high, higher low, and no structure. Maybe this is can be our higher low because we had that break, and then price shifted. We are at our OG level. So now since we're here, we need price to go back bullish before we buy. You see, so the chances of this trade, this next 4 hour candles to buy and make this daily bullish, bearish candle become bullish are slim. So what you expect price to do today is either a continuation of selling, or price can give us a small rejection, and then we can get that break below like that. Okay, so let me just do this, so guys, just for a sake of learning, okay. So we are at this point here. The only way I can buy this trade is if price gives me a break above this lower high, and we all know that this is a lower high. Uh, This is the only place where I can catch my buy. Right now, I can't do anything, but the good part is we are at our OG level, right? So price here can do uh can do three things, but among these three things, we only want one favorable one. The first thing is we can simply, just from this level, price can start buying. Price can start making higher highs, bullish candles, can start buying, and price breaks above this level. And once price breaks above, maybe then entry will be formed around this level here when there is a retest. But that means I won't buy because it's not part of my OG level, and that's not my plan for this week. So that means this trade has been wasted when we get this first push. Uh, the next thing we can get is price can just continue selling the same way, just making lower lows and lower lows and lower lows. This is the next thing. So when we get this type of push or that other, in short, if I get something like this pair is no longer on my interest, or I get something straight like that, then this pair is no longer in my interest pairs for this week. Then the only thing that I need for me to buy is one thing in the 4 hour time frame. And that's the only scenario I'm looking for, is if price makes a new lower high, but this will only form once we get the lower low. You see, so I need some form of rejection like this. And why I'm drawing from this level, because this is my current lower low. So this is where I expect price to do something like that. If this price closes with a strong bearish candle again, I'll also do the same thing. Waiting for price to make a new lower high, so that I can shift my buying point from this level to this new lower high. You see, that's the old deal. So that once I get this lower high, Now we start waiting for price to come and break above here. You see? So this right here would even show you that the daily today might give us a bearish close. Then tomorrow we might have a bearish, a bullish holding signal. Then we can catch a buy, but this is the only way we can catch this buy. And I'm not planning on buying around this second level here because uh because my plan was buying at this point here. But this is also another level. Yeah, this is also another OG level right around there. But the only key is the daily should show me it's holding. You see, and that's all I care about. So if price can have a weak rejection up to this level and give me a pin bar, that's fine. But I only want to buy from this zone here. If it doesn't do that and ends up buying from here, or what I'm simply saying is this, what I'm hoping for, if it happens at this point here, uh, still I won't buy. I'll wait for price to come back at this level, then I'll catch my buy because the plan was at this level here. And I'm only free with accepting any scenario as long as I'm at this OG level. You see, yeah, so that's that's the whole idea, guys. Mm, and I think this even makes sense because if I want to reduce this, I want to reduce the level. um, No, but it suits the weekly OG level just like that. Yeah. So that's the whole analysis we are waiting for. We need price to do, and you can see how the daily has pushed, you see. So this means that the next day daily candle close, it might be either a weak pullback and then a pin bar. It might be in short, I need after this daily strong close, I need something like this pin bar here tomorrow, you know. Then I'll be very much interested in buying because it should show me it's holding this strong break. But it's a very good trade still very legit. And NZD USD, remember, I'm just from explaining, I need that break. USD card, oh, this seems to be playing out nicely. You can see price is respecting the level. And it's moving effortlessly again. You can see just going in its own direction. So you can even see that this same pair that seems to be so silent might even give us the buy we're looking for. So I think for now we'll just be waiting this pair to give us that retest. The next thing we have is Euro card. Price is just playing around the same spot. It doesn't seem to be moving at all, you know. And the bad part is we already broke above this level here. So it's really a tight game for this retest. But we're still waiting for it because the week is still on. And remember, price that opened with no week pullback. You can see there was no any week pullback. So either this week or next week, guaranteed. There's a high chance we might have this retest here. Mm, yeah, there's a high chance we might have a retest here. I think you guys can see this. The next thing is just patience for now. But we have AUD card, the same thing. I also need price to retest back here. But I think all these pairs, that's what I was saying. There's a higher chance we might not catch a trade this week because All these pairs are just way, way far from my retest level. And once they retest, I need a confirmation that price is holding. Um, Let me just give you an example. If this was a retest right around this level, and it gives me this strong bearish engulfing retest, I need a bullish signal like this one to show me that price is really holding, you see? So that's why you can see I'm saying uh you can see me saying this price might hold. It should show me that it's holding once it's at this point, you see? So we might get a buy this week or next week, depending on how price chooses to respect to us. Uh, Same with US NZD card. You've seen this is the type of retest we're having, a strong bearish retest. So you see, you need to see at least the 4 hours, the daily is holding, and you can see it held and it even try kind of delayed for like 3 4 days, and price bought massively. So, but we see. We're still waiting. Mm, yeah. So this is the one that might give us the first buy. Or this one might be the one to give us the first sell. So and this one might be the third one that might give us an entry. But these two require a deeper retest and rejection. Okay, so let me maybe I can teach you guys one of few things. So you see what I was saying? This is USDCHF. Even if you can see this daily strong rejection and the daily showing us that it's holding, the only place we can place our buy is once price breaks above here on the 4 hour time frame. So don't be tricked with this break that price won't come back here. And price can come back here and then buy. And if it doesn't do that, still it's fine. As long as you still held on to your values. And what's crazy is if you buy, then price ends up selling. You now feel bad because you would have just held on to your values and avoided that loss. So we still stick to our plan. The only way we buy is if price gives us a new lower low. But for now, whether the daily holds, the daily gives us a strong bullish close we've never seen. The trade is of no use to us. Uh, then this is Australian USD. The same thing as well. Australian USD is AUD USD. Why am I saying Australian USD? AUD USD is needs to buy, but the 4 hour has to break above this level. That's the first thing. But the second thing again is the daily is bearish. And if the daily is bearish, whatever happens in the 4 hour is of no use until the daily is in line with the weekly time frame. And then we can consider what the 4 hour has to say. But right now, the only thing we get is price simply just uh price simply just showing us this kind of move. Yeah, so we just have to wait until price breaks below again on the daily time frame. Then we can make a buy, you know. Yeah, but really expect slower moves or just completion of the monthly direction, because price now is about to close this monthly direction. And this is a very good sign. You can see the monthly at the break and the monthly is having this retest. So once price can even break below or come back at this level, this will be a very nice signal because it will show that the monthly, the monthly at its higher low, higher high, and this is our retest, and we can expect a bullish monthly close next month on AUD USD. You see, just because of this kind of retest we are aiming for. But if you don't see it, you can't get the concept. So now, so you see, even this same monthly thing, monthly, uh, daily, weekly, 4 hour, it's the same, uh, it's the same strategy. It's just that you're waiting a bit longer. You see, like even this one, the daily time frame looks so deceiving. You might think price might sell for long, but me, I would want to sell not because I'm seeing this head and shoulder pattern here, you see, but I want to sell because I want price to make a new lower low and a break and then a retest so I can buy. You see, that's my aim for selling, not because I expect this to be a bearish a bearish pair. No. Unless if the weekly decides to go bullish by taking out this higher high here, higher low here. But otherwise, whatever is happening is my best interest of selling. And this one, I'm still waiting for the retest. Euro British pound. This pair has been tricky. How does it move like this in a week and half days? But let's see the weekly. So the weekly closed with a very nice engulfing candle, you can see. And we have this head and shoulder. I hope you guys will see. We have the left, we have the head, we have the right, and we have the break right around here. You can see this weak rejection. And then we're having this break right around there. Mm, so what we do here is we want to sell, but we need to sell at the level that has been holding price the most. See, so we have first option can be, second option can be this one. And first option is just right around here because we have 1, 2, 3 touches. But this option will be valid if weekly price closes with a strong bearish engulfing. Then I can tend to this OG level. You see? Because it has to be below. So I can wait for my pullback and then sell. Mm, if I don't get that, my day of trading will be finished. And we have AUD and ZD. I showed you this one didn't give us the retest. GBP AUD price is what's price doing? Price is reacting at this daily level. You can see interesting we didn't break above, so we are still looking for sales, but only when price is below this zone. And I remember telling you last week that as long as price is bearish, you can expect price to do anything with this level. So it's your job as a trader to know if price will be holding at your levels where you want to go your with the daily and weekly direction. You see? So this is the levels I was just waiting for price to hold. And price held here, but when I switched to the day or 4 hour time frame, it wasn't convincing enough. So we skipped the trade. Uh, and if we flip this, you can see it's because of this strong um, bullish retest. That's why price was even failing to hold. That's why I'm saying when you see a strong bearish retest or bullish retest, it becomes a bit tricky because First of all, you're trying to see if the daily is in line. And for this one, the only thing why we're avoiding is because you can see the lower low was this level and the lower high was this level, the 4 hour time frame. And you can see that when price came back at this zone, there was no structure, and you can see this strong bearish retest, just a turn off, Even if we got this 4 hour engulfing, or when we got this 4 hour engulfing there, price was just showing us that there's a high chance it might still stay bullish because of the type of structure we had on our retest. So the only difference with this one and NZD card is, for this one, NZD card is the one going to that's going to determine how the daily will respect this level. Will be the 4 hour time frame compared to GPP card. For GPP card, it was the daily time frame that was my concern. But this one is the 4 hour time frame, because the 4 hour time frame is bearish, and the 4 hour time frame, when it gets a shift, this trade will be clean and clear, making it easier to buy compared to when GP cut everything was in the same direction. I'm talking of everything. And then once everything was in the same direction, it was harder for me to even sell because I didn't know how price will respond because of this aggressive retest we got. And USD, Euro CHF, price is back at this retest zone. You can see this is very fun. Uh, it's very funny. And what I need now is just the daily to show us that it's so. This is exactly what I explained to you guys, that we can expect a retest at this point, and this is what we are having. And today we might get that daily close. But I'm not interested in this sale at all, cause one, this pair is full of wicks, so the best place to sell at is when price is at its OG level. That's the only best place to sell at or buy at, cause it wicks out a lot. And you can see where I can be selling from. This price has no touch. And when I go back, I told you the only touch we got was the one in 2015 when the CHF bank had something going on. Remember we talked about that. But you can see that apart from that, price has never given us any structure apart from the weekly being bearish and the daily being bearish at this point here. So even if I know the direction, I can't trade this, I can't take this trade. Not only if I was at this point here, then I can take this sale. But this doesn't mean that I don't know. No, I just want something clean. Take for instance, ZAR USD. Yeah, this will be a very nice example. ZAR USD uh from from 2024 2025 February. I never got never got a way of buying this pair. Not even one bit. Price was just making high highs, high highs, high highs. I tried waiting for price to come back here. We didn't get that. Price to come back at this line. We didn't get that. And once price broke above this level again, I thought price might come back at this line. We didn't get that. Price broke above again with that daily bullish close. Uh, but when it retested here, we didn't get that buy. And price came back to this other OG level here. Yeah, so now that we're at this level, this is my OG level. And you see when price was here, it had some point of rejection. So this means we can buy, but again, the only concern is in the Oanda. Let me use Oanda. You can see the weekly time frame in Rwanda. You can see that price is higher, lower high is this one here, and this is the higher high. And this is just a level where price can buy at. You can see how price has been respecting this level. This is the only analysis we can get and try to make a buy from this point here. But if you look at forex.com broker, you can see that this broker, for them, there is a higher high at this point here. Higher high and this higher low. You see? Mm. So even when I was looking for buys, I was looking for buys based off the one the broker, because sometimes, most of the time, it's the one that people follow. Mm. But it only looks clear when you do something like this. You can see that's when you can get some sort of an angle. But when it's in this zone, you see nothing at all. But either way, since price is at this point here, this is when we might get an entry. Since last year, February, I also tried to get one at this level. I think I showed you. But this means this is what I'm trying to say is price can take even a year without ever giving you a trade, but that's fine. The good part is you'll still be getting trades in other pairs, and you don't have to worry about the others that don't give you. They're not just in line of your analysis yet, you see. So, um, for this one, GPAUD, I expect price to retest back at this level here. So this is the OG level I'm interested in selling from, not this one. Um, yeah. Even though it also has rejections, but I don't expect buying selling from that level. Why? Again, look at the daily time frame. We are bearish, so there's a high chance that the daily is going to make a higher high here. So we're bullish so that it can make a new um, lower low by shifting, and then we can make use of this point as an entry, because that's where we get the daily shifting. Or even you can even see price can get this daily shift right around this OG level here. So um it's just a matter of waiting. Eh, I think we can push this one to next week. Yeah. GBAD, I still need GPUSD. I need price to go bearish more so I can buy, or else my only buy is after this break. And this still uh this still shows me that we need more than just a week. But I really needed this break. But you can see how prices decided to open. That's why I'm saying it's possible because of the way these prices open. They just opened with a strong uh bullish with no wicks. And you know what's funny is we can find that just maybe once when we are making a video and we see a strong break and a strong bearish or bullish candles. With such openings, that's how price sometimes tends to react. Gives you a strong quick rejection and a strong price redirection, then it buys even further or sells even further. Mm, Euro USD is the same thing. I need to sell, but price hasn't given me anything because the daily, uh, uh, the daily, the weekly is bearish and we got our retest at this level. You can see quite red. or retest was at this level. So the weekly is ready to sell, but the daily time frame uh the daily time frame is bullish. So we need price to break below and retest, and then we can sell, or price to retest back at this level and then break above. But that's the whole process. We need price to either break above here, you see, and then we can sell, or price to break below. So it's either these two or I'm doing nothing. Even though price is at this daily level, serving that nice rejection, yes, that's fine for day traders. You can catch a buy based off the daily being bullish, but the 4 hour is also bearish, so you wait for 4 hour to shift. Maybe you can use your 2 hour time frame. But even if your 2 hour time frame is having an entry signal right around this level, you can't really buy because you find that you're finding that the 4 hour time frame that follows the day is still bearish, so you also need it to shift. So your entry can be maybe made up to after this break. This is when you can have that break and that can have that buy ready and switch to the 2 hour time frame. You see, so even this 2 hour time frame, sometimes it's look, we are looking for three time frames to give us our direction. So these three, uh, there will be times when the weekly will be in our level of competence, and that's when we buy or sell. And there will be points when only two will be in line with what we want. We don't buy or sell. And there will be a level where a time when only one is in line with what we want. But some trade off that when there's only one, when there's only two, you see. So in this case, there's only two, the daily and the 2 hour time frame, because we're trying to do a day trade. So if you can even see the 2 hour time frame kind of shifted at this level, but never gave an entry, you can see. So it's a situation where you're still waiting. And I think the same strategy applied that I told you when price breaks above, retests but gives no entry. And by breaking below, you wait for price to break above again and retest the full body entry. And you can see those are rejections, and it at the deeper break below. Uh, but so you can see price also at the break, a strong break above. So you can buy from this level, or price will leave you because yeah, I think yeah, I think this is 11 a.m. This is 9 a.m. Oh, this is 2 hour time frame. Mm, yeah, you can try to enter from there, but in this case, I think this trade never gave an entry because once price breaks above, then price should give you a retest and an engulfing. But the trade, you can see the type of engulfing it had. It was too long. And let's try to see if this first pullback and break. No, this was weak rejection, so I can't really buy based off this kind of retest. Even if it looks clean like this. Even if it looks clean like that, I still can't buy. Mm, yeah, so but maybe in the 1 hour time frame it's a bit cleaner. But either way, that's the whole thing is sometimes when you see It's not giving you what you want. Trust me, in the lower time frames, and this is a daily time frame people can buy, and even GPUSD. I want to, what do I want to do in GPUSD? I want to buy, but I need price to go bearish and bearish more. But you can see what price did. Price shifted and price retested and gave us an engulfing, and price has just been buying from this level ever since the daily time frame. You see the 2 hour time frame. So the daily time frame is bullish. You can try to catch yourself. The daily is bearish. You can use the 4 hour and the 2 hour to enter, and that's to B trade or C trade. But for me, I just wait for my big three to give me what I want. Then I can do the next step. Uh, so from here, we just see what price will then show us the next hour. Then we can take it from there. Uh, Welcome back, guys. So let's just go through the market. Mm, so what we have is NZD card. You can see, you can see price is still playing around the OG level. See? So it's nice that we are at least at the 4 bullish close. So this means that we can just wait for a retest around this level. Retest, then a break, and another retest. Then we can capture a buy. You know, the same thing I told you, it's just waiting for price to kind of make a new lower high and a new lower low. So once I just have a new lower high, rather than this one here, then my trade is live, and this is New York Open now. So we expect maybe a bit of momentum. Mm, yeah. And NZD USD seems like price won't give us this break of making a new mm, high in the 4 hour time frame. So this means that we'll just wait for price to break below and make a new lower low. So that once price makes a new lower low in the 4 hour time frame. But now what I expect is price to give me a retest at this level so it can give me a push. And I'll wait for another break below this lower low and a retest. Then we can catch a sell. This is what I want this NZD card pair to do. You know, something like this. And in the same case, this means that the daily will have a break below. So at once we have a break below, or this push might just be a retest in the 4 hour time frame. Uh, you see? So if we get the break below this level, this all push and retest I'm looking for in the 4 hour will just be more of a weak pullback for another bearish confirmation. Let me just do this. So if this daily breaks below like this, huh? Okay, if this current daily closes below here, we'll have something like this. You know, so once we have something like this, mm, once you have a break below, it will be linked to this candle, you see? Either at this level, okay, it will be something like this. Mm, right, to be something like this. So when we get a break below like that, this means that all I need is the next daily, the next daily candle might just have a weak pullback. You see that weak pullback? Then we can continue with a bearish candle. So, and then this weak pullback you're seeing here, this the would be the 4 hour break and retest I'm talking about in the lower time frame, you see? Because it's the same level. So then, because I'm saying I need the 4 hour, need the 4 hour to break below this zone here. So that once it breaks below, then we'll know we made the new lower low. So wait for a retest around this level, you see? So this initial retest around this level will be this weak pullback you saw me draw. Might be up to this zone or even deeper inside, then price can sell. But before this break happens, uh, what should happen before I get the break of a lower low here? I need I need some structure just to close this gap here to show me that its price has reacted from this zone here. Because if I just get a strong break like this, this what you want to see. Mm, what I'm saying is, since we're at this point, mm, we are looking for a retest, right? But the I don't want this retest to just be a strong break, something like that. No, because if it's a strong break, in that way, price will be this will be this will be the price action. You see? And by what I mean by strong break, I mean when price fails to give us any structure, something like any higher, lower high that we can come and use when we break below. So we can change it from this zone here. You see, so we can reduce it from this level to maybe somewhere here. You see, now the first scenario I'm saying is when price just give me a break like that, it will be easy. It will be hard for me to sell because then I have to again wait for price to drop back in this zone and then give me some structure for me to then sell. You see? Remember with that GPP card pair I had, that we were waiting for the same kind of structure around this level, and then we price just push. Because now, if this price breaks, I should expect price to retest at this level here. Because this is the last break that will lead to this lower low, you see? So that's why I'm saying before we get this break, this kind of break, I want this other scenario to happen where price gives me a pullback and then we get that uh daily break. Or even if today I can get a daily close below this level, it's still fine if price can still just retest back at this zone here and give me maybe that's a bottom, double top, then a shift and break, before so I can just know that okay, once price breaks below this zone here, I'll just be waiting for a retest at this level here, you see? Yeah, because it will be easier to join the buys. Like this, it's very hard to join because like I told you, if this was to make a new lower low, I should be okay with price doing anything with from this level here to all the way up to that zone. You see, now I don't know where price will hold in the lower time frame. But if the lower time frame is making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, it's easier because you have a pivot like this. In this case, I know once price breaks below, the position where price is likely to retest is this one here. You see? Because this is where we have this kind of resistance. This is an OG level if you see. In the weekly time frame, if we are looking to buy, we are looking to sell, we would say next week I'll be waiting for price to retest this level and then sell, right? That's the time frame. That's the analysis we would use in the weekly time frame. Should be something like this. And you can see when price broke below, it even at the first pullback, the one I told you that when price just breaks, there will be first that pullback. So now we'll be waiting for break a retest at that level. That's the initial trade setup, you see? So if price then makes a lower low at this level here, if price tends to break another, makes a lower low at this point. Still, if this is the weekly time frame, I'll be saying I'm still waiting for price to retest back to this zone. You see? Because it's the only OG level I have where price is reacting from. You see? That's why I'm now saying to avoid this, I want price to make a new lower a retest at this zone, or not even touching this zone, but just a possible lower high. And though that lower high will be made when price breaks below here. So uh that's what I'm looking for. Uh so that when I get this break and a lower low, I'll be okay with everything that's happening, you see. So that's the whole analysis I'm having. So it's here all that matters is this retest. We need this retest here. Because like I'm saying, don't look at it as the 4 hour time frame, look at it as the weekly time frame. Yeah, if you have no any OG level here, even if price can make a break like that, you still say, I'm still waiting for price to retest back at this level to sell. You see? But if we can get something like this, maybe some people are more visual, so let me try to just do something. Uh, okay. Okay, but now you see the difference if we get this kind of push and price breaks below this lower low, we now have something like this, you see? From this being our only pivotal point, we now have this one and price has broken below. So things have now changed. We won't be saying if this is the weekly time frame, let's say if the weekly time frame closed like this, you see, this is the weekly time frame. We say, okay, price has a bearish close. Uh, you see, price has a bearish close like this, and this is the weekly time frame. We'll now be saying, okay, last week we had this close, and we'll continue to sell, but I'm waiting for price to retest around this zone. You see, so then our strategy, our analysis will be, I need this retest, and then I'll sell. You see, so this is why I'm now saying that I need price to break below this zone. But before breaking, it leaves this kind of structure. So I can use it when buying or when selling, you know? So uh that's what I'm trying to teach you guys today. So you can see where my scenario and why is it making this push? Because it's also retesting this zone here. If you can pay attention, you can see it's also trying to retest this level here. Because this level is being left, you see. And when we get this kind of break, then it's easier for us to wait for a retest around this zone and we can easily sell, you know. But in this case, we are here. We are here. So that's why you saw me, I was saying, if we get a strong break like this, it will be very hard to sell because I'll be waiting for a retest right back at this one here. You see? So now that I've told you my interest, you'll now flow with me so you can see what I'm waiting for in these pairs. So since you now know for NZD USD, we can go to another pair. I think I already showed you in the morning why I needed this break and retest. Yeah. Mm, we have bad news. USD card is kind of going back up, so this retest will be delayed. You can see, cause price chose to again break with a strong bullish candle in the forward time frame. So, but what would be nice is if price makes a new higher high in the forward time frame, then it starts dropping. Because I know the 4 hour is bearish, meaning when price is here, I'm just waiting for a shift to then buy. So even this kind of update we're having is still fine. It's very fine. Can still work with this. This just might mean that this trade might not be ready this week, or it might be ready, but maybe towards the end of this week. Okay. So you see what I was saying? Everything has a good side if you just focus on focus on the bad good side. Mm. Yeah. So that's the thing. Try. Yeah, so this is what we are looking for. So this is still fine. Right now, price is just within this box, and we'll see how price chooses to react to a retest. Then we'll be able to tell to make a way forward from it. Eurocard, interestingly, we interestingly, it seems like we also won't get this retest today. Can see how price is playing back at this level. Mm, yeah, you can see price at the push up, but we're still waiting for price to retest back, and hopefully we get our push. Yeah, hopefully we get our push around this level. And it will. Trust me, it will. Just trust me, okay? Then we have AUD card. Uh, Price is being targeting our take profit. So the thing still stands. We're still waiting for a retest around this level. Even though price is has made a new high. So things have changed now. Meaning when price starts coming back to retest, price will be bearish. When you start having this in the forward time frame will be bearish because we've taken out our previous high. So that's the change of the scenario. And that's still fine. That's still very much fine. Um, but now we wait for a retest after this break, and can see most of these pairs are just far from my retest level, only giving me NZD USD and NZD card as pairs I can really trade on this week so far. But we'll see. The daily is still going. Uh, this is our USD gold, and still stands with this break. I'm still waiting. Mm, I think the rest, NZDCHF still need this daily 4 hour break, lower low. Hey, DUSD still needs daily to give me that bearish break. So not yet interested. GBPAD. I needed price to give me a new higher high so it can break. So still, and it's still bullish the daily time frame. So still not interested because even though if you want to sell, you have to wait for price to go back below this zone here. No, regardless of how clean the even the 4 hour is not clean, you can see price is still bearish, bullish from this zone here. So it's not it's not tradable at all. This is USDJPY. Price is still going. And I told you if we just get a break above that, I remember I made something like this. I made a symmetric triangle, something like this. I remember telling you guys that once price breaks above this thing, this shape, expect price to buy. And you can see price is buying. So there's been a higher chance we might reach this zone. I remember saying the exact thing. Uh, I remember saying the exact thing to you guys that there's a high chance we might reach this level here. But we'll see how price will react. This is something for next week. GPAD, ADNZD. This pair always leaves me. I don't know why, but I can see it's gone up. Mm, GP card. Uh, there's still nothing, and I think that's it.